steady, the strong, and the bold. For the brave, the courageous, and the dedicated, the honorable ones. For the builders, the fixers, and the makers, who go beyond measure, so the ones they love have all they deserve. Interceptor, great comfort, better safety.
I'm just going to do the two, and then we can do the other two. Just,
Right.
anything cold.
There's a problem with this headset.
Anything cold.
Right, folks, then for GTI Challenge, they've also got the series partners, which is Dunlop Tires SA, Authentic Autos, Hydrocorp Hydraulics, Willworks, ATS Motorsports Suppliers, and Spice Mecca. A big thanks to those people as well. They are the series partners together with Alert Engine Parts, which is the overall sponsor for GTI Challenge for 2023. Right, the gloves will certainly be off, Gaza, as we get ready. One more car making its way out of pit lane just in time. It's a Class C Golf.
Let's touch and go.
And as the rest of the guys are filtering their way out of turn 5, Fostron.
So, for those of you that don't know GTI Challenge, welcome to the world of serious motorsport. Class A, Class B, and Class C, pretty much even split between the number of drivers in the classes. Class A, there's 8 of them. Then there is 9 in Class B. And then we have another 7 in Class C. Which of those classes is the best to watch? All of them. Somehow you got to keep an eye on all of those 3 classes, because each one in their own right is one massive, massive battle. And congratulations to Alert for picking up on one of the best series at Killarney International Raceway for many a year already. And well, this is going to be just another one of those amazing GTI Challenge races. Coming up towards the line, the Class A guys will have a bit of a gap between themselves and the Class B. The leading the front row is Victor from Van Zyl, from Boosie, from Swart, then Bezuidenhout, Geldenhuys, Kapp, and Marais. So that's going to be one hell of a battle. Then Colfay with Bishop alongside one another, the man that's leading Class B, and I think the overall championship, Zaki Hendricks in the second row. Alongside him, the ever-smiling Mario Roux from Visser, Van der Skyf, Thompson, and the 2 Sundenbergs, and then Ryan van Eerden is the man that is going to be leading out the Class C battle. From Mark Fontini, Volksgenk, Muniz done pretty well. He's the 4th highest qualifier. From Jacobs, Leyden, and Leyden is the new man from Angry Racing that's making his debut today.
Yeah, from the karting section, Zach Leyden. He's coming through. I've done a couple of commentating stints on Zach Leyden, and the youngster is certainly one of the best out there, that's for sure. But an interesting driver here is Jean-Andre Marais that races Polar Cup. He will be in Class A, and he's out there in that 95 car. So the 5-second board is up, the lights are off, and away they go as they race down towards turn number 1. And it is Nathan Victor that's got his nose up front. Bezuidenhout and Swart are side by side. These guys are fighting for overall lead as Class B gets off the line.
Well, Class A guys working their way out of turn number 1. Let's have a look at Class B as they work their way down towards turn number 1. Look at that. Such a close battle as the angry car leads them through. That's Tate Bishop that leads out that one.
Right, the Class C cars are off the line as well as they make their way out of turn number 1. But let's go back to turn 3. Let's go to Interceptor corner. Look at that long train of A-class cars working their way out of Interceptor corner. And the champion protagonists are sitting in P3 and 4 at this point in time as they work their way up the Tygerberg Straight towards Saddle Sweep. Through the double right-hander they go. Oompie just wants to stay ahead of Clinton. Oh, they're using the track and more. Down the back main they go, and it's led there by Nathan Victor. Down the back straight to come Umpi Swart sitting in P3. He wants to have a go. It doesn't matter where he ends, he says, as long as he can end in front of the Besaidenote car. And right now, out of turn 5, he is ahead there of Besaidenote.
Umpi locks up that right hand back under lots of pressure from Besaidenote. They had problems with that motor earlier on in the week. It's a rebuild on Clinton Besaidenote's motor, and Chase Herald had to go back on Tuesday night after the I-race to go and continue trying to get that one sorted out. What a brilliant dice down into turn number 1. Victor from Boosie, from Swart, from Van Sale as they work their way through. Besaidenote still ahead of Geldenhuys. But Frankie, let's go back to that Class B battle as they work their way down to turn number 1.
Now Class B making its way into turn 1, and Class B has been led there by Mohammed Kalfi. Kalfi leads him out at turn number 1 with Tate Bishop in that second position, followed there by Zaki Hendricks as they work their way towards Castro Corner. Right in there behind Zaki Hendricks is Carl Visser. Visser sits right on his case there.
Chaos in turn number 1 on the exit of turn number 1, and I think that was Van Eden and Fontini that went off. I think it was Fontini that's right off the circuit.
Yeah, it's Mark.
Oh, that is a big downer for him. We go back to the Tigerberg straight, but no, the big boys, the big hitters are on their way down the back main already.
Down the back straight they go now, and it is game on as they race down into turn number 1, turn 5. Sorry, it's Nathan Victor with Marco Boosie right on his case. It is Victor from Boosie right behind him as Swart and Besaidenote sitting in P3 and 4. Here they come, Nathan Victor, Marco Boosie, Umpi Swart, Clinton Besaidenote, right behind him is Kai van Sale, and right on the case there, Kai van Sale is Besaidenote. So Besaidenote has lost out there to Van Sale as they race down into turn number 1.
Well, some lockups as they work their way down through turn number 1. That Class A battle, that is something else. But we cannot miss out on this Class B battle either.
No, it's a lovely fight there, and there's a challenge. There's a challenge up front, and has Bishop got his nose ahead? Yes, Tate Bishop gets his nose ahead there of Mohammed Kalfi as they exit turn number 1 with Hendricks sitting in there behind him. Then behind Hendricks, we have got Visser, and Mario Rue was right on his case as well. But where are the Class C cars? They working their way out of turn number 1, and it is Daniel Munna from Nur Abbas, followed there by Faisal Jacobs in that third position as they race down towards turn 2 with Wynand Volkskenk right on the case of Faisal Jacobs.
Yeah, Faisal Jacobs under a lot of pressure as they go through turn 2, but going down into turn 5, that's our Class A, and the battle is on up front. Look at that front 5, there is nothing much in it. The only problem right now for Besaidenote is he's got 4 cars in front of him.
Right, yeah, they come down towards us now. Somebody slowed right down. Is that...
Could be Geldenhuys.
No, I think it's Victor. I think it might be Nathan Victor because Marco Boosie is sitting out there. Yes, it is Victor. Nathan Victor slowed right down coming through the kink, which means that Marco Boosie sits out there in P1 as they head towards Castro Corner, the leaders. It means Boosie is in P1, Swart is in second, third is Van Sale, and right on his case is Besaidenote as they exit Castro Corner. So problems out there for Nathan Victor.
Oh, not only for Nathan Victor, Clinton Besaidenote is just not working for him. Swart's got 2 people between himself and Besaidenote, and that's for top honors. Well, looking into turn 2, and that is that leading battle that you see for the Class B, and that looks like it's Bishop that's under a lot of pressure from Kalfi, and then Hendricks not that far behind that either. The man that's leading the class and the overall championship is in the 3rd position and is not getting closer to them either.
Into turn 3, first, second, third, and fourth for Class C. Look at that fight. They are nose to tail, those 4 Mark 1 Golfs, as they exit the Interceptor corner. It is Daniel Munna that sits out there in P1 with Nur Abbas in second, followed there by Faisal Jacobs, and Wynand Volkskenk is right on his case as they work their way out of turn 4 out of Saddle Sweep. But But the action continues out there. Oh, look at that, Gary, coming out of turn number 1. Out of turn number 1 into turn number 2 now for Class A. And Kai van Zyl sits out there in P1. Oh my goodness, something must have happened to Umpi because he is losing out. He's fighting back now. He sits there in that 3rd position, and ahead of him now in 2nd is Besaidnout, the man that wants to be there, the man that Umpi does not want to be there, as they work their way out of interceptor corner. And Umpi is now fighting for survival as they head towards turn 4.
Well, it's going to be a difficult run from Umpi from here on out to be able to try and tie up that class. We always knew it was going to be tight, having missed one round earlier on, and now trying to fight back to make some other form of semblance at the front end of the field. Van Zyl is up, dusted and disappeared.
Well, Class B is now heading towards turn number 4 now into Sidle Sweep, and that's a nose-to-tail affair. Coming out of turn number 4, here they come now, and it is Tate Bishop. It sits out there in P1 with Zaki Hendricks now in 2nd. Then it is Kyle Visser, and behind Kyle Visser is Mario Roo, followed by Mohammed Kalfi, as that group of cars race down towards turn 5 Fastron.
Well, I tell you what, it's not going to be easy for Tate Bishop because Kalfi's been on his back bumper lap for lap, corner for corner. He just cannot get away from Kalfi, but that battle, the 2-car battle goes on behind that. That is going to be something else as well. Hendricks and Visser, neither of them backing out a millimeter.
Turn 5 is heading Class C is heading into turn 5 into Fostron corner, and it is still Daniel Muna that sits out there in P1. Or has he lost that lead? He has. Noah Bas is the man that sits there in that 1st position, but yeah, they come down towards us. This is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th in Class C. That's heading into turn number 1, and it is indeed Noah Bas from Jacobs from Volkskenk. Muna has lost out. Remember, he was ahead of Class C, and Mark Fontini is back in the fight again.
Turn 5, those 3 abreast. Oh, they're rubbing as they go down. That's 180, 190, 200 kilometers an hour onto the brakes. Umpi up on that inside line. How's that for a real comeback up on the inside? He's off.
Umpi is off.
Umpi Swart is off. He's gone onto the grass. That's going to cost him. You're not going to make up that ground that easily.
Right, here they come under the City of Cape Town Bridge, racing down into turn number 1. It is Carl Visser, and all of a sudden Jacques Geldenhuys finds himself in that fight. Skull Geldenhuys finds himself in that fight as they exit turn number 1. And Geldenhuys is there. He had the lead for a while, but it goes back into turn 2 into the hands of Van Zyl. Oh, look at Skulk on the outside. He's going to lose it. He loses the tail completely there in turn 2, Castrol.
Yep, that's him off onto the grass. So 2 big hitters that's gone off within 2 corners of one another. It doesn't get worse than that.
Well, that will help Umpi because that will put him back into that 2nd position again. But now Gaza heading towards turn 2. This is Class B. That's Tate Bishop from Zaki Hendricks in that 2nd position. And that's a side-by-side fight for P3 coming out of turn 2. And I'll tell you what, these cars are right in it as they have that fight for that 3rd position. That'll be between Visser, Roo and Kalfi. That'll be the 3 cars that's fighting out there for 3, 4 and 5 as they exit Interceptor. And then Class C is also making its way, a whole lot of them, into Castrol Corner. And it's been led there by Noah Bas from Faisal Jacobs, Wynand Volkskenk, Daniel Muna, and right on Muna's case is Mark Fontini.
Going back to the Class A's, it's still Van Zyl that's got a gap between himself and the rest. Besaidnout and Umpi Swart, they are now 2nd and 3rd in class as they exit turn number 1. That is where the real fight is. Van Zyl knows they'll fight one another tooth and nail. He doesn't have a problem with that. A little bit further back, it's Murray and Cup. It is in 4th and 5th position, and they are now on the last lap.
Oh, Gary, it's on! In the kink they go. It was a bit of rubbing as racing there. This is the last lap. They've got a half a lap to go. And look at Umpi Swart. He's rubbing that back bumper of Besaiden out. And this is for the fight for the lead. Clinton's covering the line. Up the Tygerberg Straight. That's the lead for the championship. Umpi goes around the outside. Will Swart hold? Will he hold? I think I saw him sideways. My goodness, they're still side by side. Down the back main. Kaza, this is war down the back main. And these are the two Class A champion protagonists heading towards turn 5 fast run.
There's no love lost between these two. They still side by side as they go down into turn 5. This is a last gasp effort. Who's going to go out of that corner ahead? Umpi looks like he's going to lose out. He tries for the classic cutback.
Catch the leader.
It's going to be the leader that's going to come through now and take the checkered flag. He does. That is Van Sale, but here it comes. Here they come towards the line. It doesn't get any closer than this. This is amazing. Oh! Clinton Besaiden is going to get that one. That was utterly amazing last lap by all of those guys. Wow, it just does not get any better. But talking about that, let's go back to that battle in the lead of Class B. It's Bishop and Hendricks, and look at this. It's Bishop with Hendricks all over his back bumper. We just saw it in Class A. It's happening in Class B as well.
Yeah, they come down towards the line. It's side-by-side stuff, but it's going to be Tate Bishop just ahead there of Zaki Hendricks, followed across the line there by Kyle Visser, and then it will be Mario Rue ahead of Mohammed Kalfi across the line for second, third, fourth, and fifth in Class B.
Well, here comes the Class C battle towards the line now as well.
Class C is going to be pretty much game on. We're waiting for them. Here they come down towards us, and they are all nose to tail in Class C as they hit the checkered flag. And it is Nurbas just ahead there of Faisal Jacobs, followed by Wynand Volskink, Mark Fontini, Daniel Muna, and then Ryan van Eden. Wow, what a race out there.
A recovering Fontini only gets a fourth in class.
So not Ryan, Dylan van Eden.
Wow, that was awesome. Leiden does get to finish his race. Unfortunately, Boosie did not get to complete his race. He was 3 laps down.
Well, it's action you wanted, it's action you got from Alert Engine Parts, Volkswagen GTI Challenge race number 1. This championship for Class A will go down to the final race of the day, which will be the final race of the series, the final race of the year. The Class A fight is not finished yet.
I think we got most of the action.
Anybody know what channel we're on for this? Yeah. Is it 2? I'm trying to hear anything. I can't hear much.
It was with earlier on.
Race control, can you hear us? Commentators here?
There's a replay. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go.
Commentators, race control, do you read us over?
The grass.
Well, just a few replays just being shown over there. You could.
Confirm commentators here. We are on line 2, channel 2. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so some replays. You can see Mark Boosie going to the line and onto the grass over there.
Yeah, just trying very, very hard to keep up there. But he had a crank yesterday. Tiny was letting me know, and they got that car sorted out. So he was apparently, according to Emil Brandt, that did some homework, he was apparently, or is apparently, slightly down on power. And I think they literally he had to actually overdrive that thing to try